Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a complete guide for the new throws challenge coming into the game in about 40 minutes time of making this video. So you do get 2 new pins with this one, and also a lot of cool rewards in between, so like boxes and whatever else you get. So before we jump into the video, make sure you're using the create code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, guys, jumping into the first set, we have Camping Ground Wipeout. So with this, I haven't got any gameplay because it wasn't actually out in the rotation and it's not available in friendly rooms, so you're gonna have to enjoy some knockout power league. But anyways, going into the compositions and best tips for this kind of game mode. So of course, with set number 1, should be pretty easy. Probably expect a lot of tankier brawlers. So for the middle area, as you can see on the screen, I've put the map. So for the middle area, you've got a couple of brawlers that you can pick from. So Bonnie is insane right now, especially in game modes like Knockout, Wipeout. She's absolutely insane on as well. So make sure to use Bonnie if you've got her unlocked already, because she's just so good at eliminating people in those 1v1 scenarios. So Bonnie can be used either as a mid or a lane. And then you've got the likes of Eve, of course, like one of the best brawlers inside of the game right now. So of course, Eve going to be one of those better brawlers to use when it comes to these challenges. And then also you got the likes of Byron or Bo. And then looking at the lane brawlers, then so you can see down the lanes, it looks like it can really prefer to the likes of brawlers of Ruffs or Rico. So wouldn't really recommend both of those brawlers, but definitely one or the other. Ruffs, of course, going to be absolutely insane right now with his gadgets. Just being able to get so much survivability with those gadgets is really cool. Same with Rico, he's able to heal up really easily as long as there's a lot of walls around him. So either one of them will be pretty good down the lane. And then you can even use the likes of Bonnie, Bo, really insane right now, Squeak. All these meta brawlers are going to be insane on this Wipeout map. Alright guys, so moving on to set number 2, we have Hot Zone Splits. So with Hot Zone Split, normally you send 2 people down the right and then 1 person down the left to try and get the enemy lane. And that's kind of the adoption you kind of have with this map. But in terms of brawlers then, so both the new brawlers are absolutely insane on this map. So you've got Bonnie, the new brawler, which can of course just fly across the map, especially with that first star power. She can fly anywhere across those middle walls, which is going to be really annoying for the most part, and you can easily win a 1v1 scenario on Split. So that's why she's absolutely insane right here. And also with Janet, she's just so good, especially with her super. Again, another brawler that's able to maneuver over the walls pretty easily, so that's why she's going to be super strong right here. You've also got her gadget that's just able to provide scouting into the right hand side, so you know when the enemies are going to be appearing into that grass. So that could be a really good gadget to use and super important. And then for me, you always got to have either a Rico or a Ruffs. Rico and Ruffs have been the staple of Split ever since the meta kind of started. Rico's always been absolutely insane. You can put him down either lane, to be honest, and he'll do a really good job. For the most part, you want to be sending him down the defensive lane because it's going to be really hard for the enemies to push into a Rico. But of course, you can still go quite aggressive with him. Same with Ruffs as well. You can either play him right lane or left lane. You've got a few other brawlers as well. So Surge is still pretty decent on Split. Of course, you can't just use your TPs, but I feel like in the long run, Surge is a little bit better than the old Surge because you don't actually run out your TPs, because beforehand, if you run out those TPs, you're pretty screwed. And then you've got the likes of Gale as well, who's pretty strong. So that's going to be the best here. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into set number 3, we have Heist Fancy Fencing. So as you guys probably know, Fancy Fencing hasn't been in the game for a long while, I believe, and actually isn't in the game right now, so can't actually acquire any gameplay for it. But for this one, it's really interesting. So as you can see on the screen, by the name Fancy Fencing, there's going to be a ton of walls. So for me, I feel like you have to have one thrower, at least one thrower. It's going to be so spawn trappable when you have either a Barley or a Dynamite. My recommendation would be Barley though, just because he's a little bit better against aggro. But of course, if you feel really comfortable on Dynamite, go for the Dynamite. So of course, you got to have that one thrower. If you don't have a thrower, I feel like you're pretty screwed, because what if the enemy has like 2 throwers, for example? It's going to be so hard for you to get out of that spawn trap. And then you can either go for like the wall break option. I know it kind of hinders the Barley or the thrower, but a wall break option would be really strong. So like a Brock, like a Bo would be pretty good. Even like a Stu, a Bull, which could be a good aggro slash wall break, because there's just so many walls. Again, if you lose control, it feels like it's going to be impossible to regain it on this map. So other good options as well, which I feel like you need to consider. So the likes of Eve, of course, is going to be good really everywhere, but with lots of walls, you're able to use your gadget to jump over and try and collapse onto the thrower. I feel like you need at least one aggro brawler as well, because it's going to be those throwers. So the good counters to throwers are going to be the likes of Daryl or Bull. They're going to be your best options in terms of tanks on the Heist, because they're just easily able to bounce around the wall, or of course go through the wall and just land straight onto the throwers. So that would be a good addition to your composition when playing this map. And then a few other options as well. Squeak, going to be really good on maps with a lot of choke points, and this map has a ton of choke points. So that gadget's going to get a ton of value. His normal attack's going to get a ton of value as well. So Squeak, of course, going to be a good alternative. Even brawlers like Stu can be okay with a wall break gadget. But to be honest, you can just go crazy on this map because it looks like a ton of fun, and there's not really a lot of data I've got to go on this one. So that's going to be set number 3. Let's hop into set number 4. All right, guys, so going into set number 4, we have Chill Space Gem Grab. So if you've played any type of Power League or Club League, you'd understand this map just a little bit. So with Chill Space, the best mids, quite easy for this one. So even Bo, they're going to be the best mids in my opinion. You can even play Bo as a lane. I've seen that quite a lot when it comes down to competitive, but definitely 2 really strong options. Just depends on which one you prefer. Bo's just going to be really insane pretty much everywhere. His mines can be pretty good to break the walls of the enemy left hand side. That's always a good thing to have in your composition, to break that grass, because it's going to be really easy to take down the gem carrier. You've got the likes of Penny as well, going to be pretty good. Not really the best against those aggro picks, so you've got to be careful with Penny there, but her turret is absolutely insane on this map. Always has been, literally for years and years. Since playing this game, I've always used Penny mid, and then the likes of Jean as well can be pretty solid. So in terms of your lane picks, so the likes of Rico and Ruffs are just completely tailor-made for this map just because of the bounces. In my opinion, I'd rather go for the Ruffs just because you've got that wall break option. Again, I spoke about trying to destroy the enemy grass. His super can easily destroy multiple walls, so that's why Ruffs can be so strong. But Rico can be so good as well with the pressure. You could even go for both if needed, but I would also always have a Jeanette in your composition. She's so strong right now, especially in Gem Grab. This is her best mode. She's one of the best brawlers inside of the game right now. You could literally be losing, you'd have your super, and if the enemy brawler, well, the enemy gem carrier is weak, you can easily take them down and get out of there. It's just so easy to turn the game on its side with Jeanette in your composition, so make sure you're using her if you have her unlocked. So a few other alternative picks as well. A Barley can be super strong. I'll be using the slow gadget just in case of aggro. I didn't really recommend him in my best composition just because I'm scared of the aggro brawlers, but if you want to be a little bit more risky, he's so strong. He can literally 1v3 on this map. Got the likes of Spike, Sandy, Squeak, Ash and Ems as well. So that's going to be set number 4. Let's hop into the final one. Okay guys, jumping into the final set, we have Middle Ground Knockout. So with this map, it's not actually in the game right now, so again, couldn't get any gameplay of it, but for the best brawlers on this map, as you can see on the screen, it was a little bit of an awkward map. I remember playing it quite a bunch in Club League and just on ladder, and again, it was really frustrating to play against. Really awkward. So for me, you have to have at least one thrower. I wouldn't really risk it with 2 throwers in case they got like a mortis and then you're pretty much screwed from the get-go, but definitely would recommend either a Sprout or a Tick. Tick is a little bit better against aggro, so I probably would prefer that side of it. So your other alternatives as well, of course, Eve's going to be absolutely broken when it comes down to this meta, so I'll be choosing her. Bonnie is just tailor-made for knockout, so I'd say that's the number 1 brawler for me in knockout. It has to be Bonnie. She's so strong right now, especially in those 1v1 situations. She can even 2v1 in some situations because of how quick she can burst down opponents. So also got the likes of Jeanette, of course, going to be really good. The likes of Bo going to be pretty good because it's a really slow map. So of course, having that gadget, being able to get your super for you and your teammate can be really good. Jean is always strong in knockout. So if you're looking for a brawler that's pretty much good against everything, then Jean is that brawler on knockout, because once you get your pull, you're pretty much guaranteed a free kill as long as you don't waste it like me. And then you've got other options as well. Leon going to be pretty okay. Got the likes of Byron, who can be a good flex pick as well. Got the likes of Squeak. It's going to be really strong with that gadget on this map because you can see there's just nowhere to really go on this map. Really awkward to play. So those are going to be the best brawlers for this map. Alright guys, it's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know how you do it in the comment section below. Really excited for this one. You get 2 pins, which these have been in the game for about 5 months, I believe. So at least they're coming around now. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.